Alito, welcome to November Drill. November is a special month for me and many other veterans and people currently serving in the U.S. military, as it is Native American Heritage Month. That's why I rendered the Choctaw tribal greeting for hello. I am part Choctaw and can trace my heritage back to early Mississippi before written records were maintained. My ancestors survived the Trail of Tears in the late 1800s as they were relocated from Mississippi to Indian Territory, or what is now Oklahoma. Throughout the years, Native Americans have contributed greatly to the success of the United States Armed Forces. After the Civil War, they served as scouts to the U.S. Army during the westward expansion. During World War I, roughly 12,000 served in the U.S. military, with 4 earning the Croix de Guerre Medal from France. World War II, almost 44,000 served in the Army as code talkers and intelligence specialists. During the Korean War, 10,000 served and 3 were awarded the Medal of Honor. And during Vietnam, more than 42,000 served and 90% of those were volunteers. They have also served in every conflict since. As we go through the month, let us remember our Native American veterans and their contribution to America's success.
Dr. Love here at the Air Force Safety Center Crash Lab. I'm learning to ride this thing out here, just in case. Lessons learned at our Crash Lab benefit all of us. You don't have to make the mistake to learn the lesson. Pay attention to safety messages. They target the accidents we're having. Heed the warning so your story doesn't end up out here. I'm okay.
This is Staff Sergeant Joshua Simpson from the Logistics Plans Office. I recently highlighted our domestic operations, but today I'd like to discuss our federal deployments and short tours. Beginning in FY17 to date, the 136 Airlift Wing has deployed 212 personnel over 17 different locations around the globe, to include the Caribbean and South America, Europe, the Middle East and Africa, the Pacific Theater, and even Antarctica. They have served in operations such as Freedom Sentinel, Inherent Resolve, Spartan Shield, and Deep Freeze. As a member of the Texas Air National Guard, we could be called at a moment's notice to deploy. Thankfully, we usually get more time than that. If you've never deployed, take some time to think about stepping forward next time your unit is called up. It will be an experience of a lifetime and possibly a highlight of your career. From the Logistics Plans Office, I'm Staff Sergeant Joshua Simpson.
Prescription medication abuse is fairly common and its use is on the rise. Most recent statistics that I could see show that that percentage has gone up greater than 10% in the last 15 years or so. In addition, these medications can be dangerous. Could be just as minor as nausea, all the way to respiratory depression and possible death due to overdose. So the biggest ones right now I would see would be the opiates. Illegal Percocets on the street that people are purchasing that they believe are Percocet, but they're actually laced with other substances that are tens to hundreds of times stronger than Percocet. Other medications that could be abused are stimulants, such as Adderall, and those could be abused by either military members or even their children, people in high school and college. We have programs in the military such as ADAPT, in addition to just your regular primary care manager. And getting help sooner rather than later can hopefully prevent you from impacting yourself, your family, or the mission.
Hello, and welcome to the November 2017 RSD Weekend. I'm Major Stephen Taylor, your Wing Anti-Terrorism Officer. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's are right around the corner, and that means parades, packed shopping malls, and other opportunities for folks to congregate as they enjoy the season. I want to encourage each of you to be mindfully aware of your surroundings as you're out and about this holiday season. Recent events in Western Europe, as well as the truck attack in New York City recently, and the shooting in Sutherland Springs, Texas, highlight the need for us to be prepared for the unexpected wherever we are. My intent is to provide you a few tools to keep you safe while you enjoy the season. Make sure you have a plan wherever you go. For example, if you're out shopping for gifts, make sure everyone knows where to meet up if something should happen. Know where the fire escapes and exits are wherever you're at. Ensure everyone's cell phone is fully charged before leaving your home, and discuss holiday safety with your family before leaving the house. If you're walking along a busy street, try and make sure you always have an avenue of escape in the event a vehicle comes towards you. Again, my goal is not to frighten anyone. I want you to be able to enjoy the holidays safely and to build great memories with your loved ones. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at 852-3385. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and remember, if you see something suspicious, report it. Thank you.
It's easy to find your limits. Eventually, you hit a wall or a ceiling. In the Air Force, we tell our own to aim high. Since the beginning, we've refused to accept limits. We don't hit walls. It wasn't that long ago they said man couldn't fly. In 1947, we broke the sound barrier. The Tuskegee Airmen broke the color barrier. America's women broke the gender barrier. Some walls are inside your head. Some walls are in the minds of others. Intolerance, ignorance, oppression. The Berlin blockade was a wall you could touch. We broke through. More than 2 million tons of cargo, food, clothing, medical supplies were airlifted across the Soviet line. The Arctic saw a C-47 Skytrain become the first plane to ever land at the North Pole in 1952. In 1978, GPS was born with the launch of Navstar, and guided defense systems became reality. The first enlisted RPA pilot, the first American female fighter pilot, soon, the first female Special Tactics Airman. The Enola Gay ushered in the nuclear era. We've made planes all but invisible. We were the first to parachute from outer space. We have to aim higher because there are no boundaries in this Air Force. We see the impossible. We see things no one else sees. But we don't see walls. Where others see barriers, we see bridges to the future. Hard to cross, dangerous, with no guarantee. But what's on the other side is worth it. It's not greatness or glory, it's selflessness. We don't break barriers for ourselves, because to break through is not the end of your journey. It's the beginning of 1,000 journeys for those right behind you. Inside every one of us is something so small and enormous, it has the potential to change the world. It's our purpose. Small because it's personal, enormous because of its power. It's been said that the 2 most important days of your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. Everything was impossible until someone did it. You have sworn an oath to follow orders. Your orders are to look to the horizon. Look to the sky. Space. Dare to see beyond everything we know. The future is waiting for you to create it. Walls are built of fear and doubt. The ones who break through are the ones who never saw a wall at all. Aim high, Airmen.
November is also Military Family Appreciation Month. Family is what keeps us strong. They give us hope and provide a crutch when needed. The Air National Guard is unique when it comes to families. We have families at home, and we are families together in the Guard. We served for many years and come to know each other very well. There is a long list of members that have had parents in the unit who, as soon as they could, joined themselves and served long and distinctive careers. As family members, we look out for each other. A special time for this is during deployments and holidays. We've helped families of deployed members in many different ways, to include mowing lawns, mending fences, providing child care, and many other ways. The key to family care is ourselves and Miss Heidi Bearden, as well as the Key Spouses Group. Heidi is our Airman and Family Readiness Program Manager. If there is a resource a family needs, Heidi will find it. As we go through this month, make sure to recognize your personal family and your Guard family and know what it takes to keep them both strong.
Hi, I'm Chief Master Sergeant Ed Walden. I'm the Command Chief for the 136th Airlift Wing. I want to take a few minutes of your time just to have a conversation about health, about fitness, about resilience, pretty much about taking care of yourself. I talk to a lot of people when it comes to fitness and running and working out and the importance of healthy eating. I get a lot of people that say to me, well, you know, Chief, it's easy for you. You're skinny. It's more difficult for those individuals that have a little bit of weight on, they've had that weight for a while, or they have a busy lifestyle and just can't fit that in. You know, I'm here to share with you my personal story that I understand exactly where you're coming from, and it's not easy, but you have to be able to make that decision to change your lifestyle. Back in 2004, I joined the wing as a staff sergeant. I was put into services. I was a traditional, and I, in my opinion, felt like I was in really good shape. Here you see a picture of me and my wife before she was my wife. Over in England, I was deployed over there, and she came over to visit, and we took some pictures, and that's pretty much what I look like. Well, then let's fast forward a few years to our actual wedding. And in 2006, this is us at Starbucks, in between the reception and the wedding itself and the reception. We like Starbucks. As you can see in my face, I can't really see it within the body, I liked a lot of Starbucks. My triple venti vanilla lattes was my favorite drink. I drink about 2 or 3 of those a day. But not only, as you can see, I was getting married, I was going to school full-time, I was working full-time. I just came on board as a full-timer with services. We were prepping for an ORI. I was a father of 3 teenagers. Life was stressful, and I gave up on some of the important things to me, and part of that was fitness. Part of that was healthy eating. Also, you probably don't see it in the picture there, but I was also a pack-a-day smoker. And that just all contributed to the way that I am. Now, here's a picture of me in 2007. Still standing next to my beautiful bride, but as you can see, I got really heavy. I just let it all go. I didn't exercise. I worked, I smoked, I drank a lot of triple venti vanilla lattes. They used to have the one right outside the gate before the new one is there now, and hey, I think I kept them in business for quite some time. But as you could see, everything else was more of a priority than myself. And it's not easy, and I've been there, I understand it. Eventually, I got to a point where I had to make a decision on what was I gonna do. So in this picture here, this is a picture of me and my wife, my 3 older children, and she's actually pregnant with Nico right now. And that was 1 week after I decided to quit smoking. So it was on September 5th of 2008, I decided to quit smoking. I had to make a lifestyle change. So I quit smoking and I started exercising. I started putting me number 1 first. I started making healthy choices when it came to eat. And as we know with people, and it was evident to it, you ebb and flow with your weight. Well, right then and there, I made that decision, and it's changed me for quite some time. Here you'll take a look at a picture of my wife and I with Nico is now just about a year old, and I have my two of my older kids, and we're doing a turkey trot right there in Fort Worth. We dedicated ourselves to that lifestyle, and it's not always about running, but it's about healthy eating, healthy choices, and changing that lifestyle, and we committed to that. So there we are in 2009. Here we are in 2010, my first half marathon. It's because I set a goal for myself, something I wanted to do, but I continued along that path. I made that commitment to give myself a number 1 priority when it came to my health, my fitness, and my resilience. You can see here, this is 2012. This is my wife and I. I'm still living a healthy lifestyle. We're having another baby. That's Natalie right there, and she's going to be 6 years old soon. So you can see that it does take time to be able to do things, and it takes a lot of commitment. Here I am in 2016. I represented the Air National Guard at the Air Force Marathon. It was a team of 10 individuals, and we were able to win the MAGCOM trophy, but that's because I dedicated myself to that lifestyle. And here's this last picture. This is my entire family. And this was just in 2016, last year. And it's all 5 of my children. I'm a grandfather now. I'm going to be 50 years old next year. And if it wasn't for that decision that I made in 2008 to change my lifestyle, I don't know where I'd be at right now. I don't know if in 5 years if I'd be there for all those children. I'm not sure if I'd really be able to experience everything that I'm going to enjoy with my grandchild and grandchildren. It's a choice. And sometimes you just have to be able to take a look at it and make a difference on those choices that you're making. Put yourself number one. Make yourself a priority. Try to understand what it does take to be able to change that lifestyle. But most important, reach out to people that have been there that can help you out. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I'm more than happy to just talk with you about what it takes just to be able to make those small changes in your lifestyle, to be able to live a healthier lifestyle, to be able to have a little bit more resiliency, and about making yourself number one. Thanks for your time. Again, I'm Chief Master Sergeant Ed Walden, Command Chief for the 136th Airlift Wing. Stop me when you see me. I'll be more than happy to talk with you. Thanks.
Integrity first, service before self, excellence in all we do. These are the core values that unite us, whether we're Guard, Reserve, or active duty. We took an oath, and we follow a creed. We are American airmen. We solemnly swore to defend and support the Constitution of the United States and the constitutions of each and every state. We may be part-time, we may be full-time, but we are all American airmen. We are warriors. We have answered our nation's call, faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, always ready. We are our nation's sword and shield. We will defend our country, our state, our homeland. We will serve our communities in times of crisis, in times of catastrophe, in peace and war. Deployed overseas or stationed at home, we have all chosen to make our own personal sacrifices to serve. This is one Air Force. We have to be. Times have changed. Each component brings unique skills, unique perspectives, and new ideas. As former Air Force Chief of Staff General Mark Welsh put it, we are 3 jets in a bomb burst. We may have moved apart, but we are still within visual range. We are still in formation. The goal is to communicate, to rejoin, fly, fight, win. Guard, Reserve, active duty. Integrity first. Service before self. Excellence in all we do. This is what we come back to. This is how we rejoin. This is where we're going. There are problems in the world that are bigger than the 3 of us. Nothing is impossible when we are one. Aim high, Airmen.
Thanksgiving is a time to be thankful for what you have. Each of us has our many blessings and what we are grateful for. Some a nice job, some a nice car, or some even just a nice bed. It is relative to where you are from, and where you are going in life. Remember that others may not be as fortunate in life and may need a helping hand, especially during the holiday season. If you know of someone in need, keep them in your thoughts and reach out to them and let them know you care. We have many resources to help each other out. We just need to be engaged and know what to look for and where to steer our people. If you have room at your Thanksgiving dinner table, invite one of your unaccompanied airmen or a friend over to share. You'll not only be blessed with a visitor, but you'll help build a lasting relationship. Another consideration for the holiday season is knowing when you're having maybe too much fun. Although Christmas parties are always a blast to attend, you have to keep alcohol consumption in check. Last year, over 900 Texans lost their lives to DUI-related automobile crashes. Because we are all related in our Guard family, remember to be safe when partying and do not drink and drive. The life you save may not be just your own. The holiday time is a time for thankfulness and togetherness. Stay engaged with your Guard family and make sure we make it through in one piece. Happy holidays.
I can see a new day dawning. I can feel the sunlight in my eyes. I know my train is coming, and this time it won't pass me by. I can hear the bluebirds singing, and I understand every word. It's a sweet, sweet love song, the sweetest one I've ever heard. This will be the last day, hanging my head to cry. I found a way, believe me. I'm gonna hold my head up high. I can taste the rain that's falling, and it's sweeter than it's ever been. I can see those storm clouds rolling. This time they are my friends. This will be the last day, hanging my head to cry. I found a way, believe me. I'm gonna hold my head up high. This will be the last day, hanging my head to cry. I found a way, believe me. I'm gonna hold